Morning. Jeremiah, good morning. Literally just woke up, 5:10 a.m., so I'm getting things prepped while people join in. I just picked Shohei for the Daily Dinger. Nothing special there, just best odds available. If you play that, getting the promos going at DraftKings. I already got it on a couple of other books. I don't get too many promos anymore, but while we look through, I like to make sure that things are early win. Player you bet leads the game in total bases. Maybe we can find something for that. Let's talk your memories. Here we go. You guys throw anything in the chat if you have questions, want to see anything. I'm just going to walk through what I do every morning, how I find bets. It's a pretty small slate for baseball, so I'll definitely look at the up to tokens as well. I have 4 on FanDuel that I need to use for the week, and then just got 1 for DraftKings. For me, those are $100 max, so it's 2 unit bets. So I'm pretty particular with them, but I've done pretty well. It's a nice boost. All right. What you got? Coffee already? All right. Let's see what's going on here. So just a refresher for anybody who hasn't seen my streams before. This is the standard portfolio I run with. I'm still kind of tweaking and playing, and I have multiple portfolios, but this is the one I open up every morning. I have 8 books in there now. I wait the exchanges. If I'm looking for props, sometimes I'll bump FanDuel up a little bit and then just put it back down. Again, it's a slow day. I'm usually at 4% EV or better, but I want to make sure we have bets to look at in here. So it's old man Scherzer at the top of the list. Don't love betting on his overs. He doesn't have the same stuff as he used to have anymore. As you can see, somebody, I would guess a whale on the exchanges, does not like him to get 5 strikeouts. Still giving us really good value to the market. So, and get completely organized here on one tab. Used to my 2 monitors. So these are the main tools, websites I use to kind of do my research. I start with Ballpark Pal. So we're looking at Scherzer, 3.3 strikeouts against the red hot Red Sox. I don't think I'm going to take this play, but I'm just going to walk through it. So we can look at his game log, 4-5, 4-4. He got 5 against the Cardinals. Phillies, Nats are medium strikeout teams. He's not covering this very often this year. Look at his K distribution chart to get 5, 13% chance. I would expect this to be like plus 180, plus 190 at least. So we go over to FanGraphs and just see how his advanced stats are looking this year. That 70 ERA, maybe could be a little better, but fielder independent is still 7. K rate's way down, walk rate's way up, velocity's decent. I used to just go to Stuff Plus, but now I've been looking, since we're in the back half of the season, at their game logs, and then go to Stuff Plus, which kind of breaks down everything. And then To save time, I am just throwing this in ChatGPT. Because we can look at the trends, but to get the best data and see if there are any sort of changes over time, this will give us a lot more accurate information quick. Do not like DK for sharp books, certainly on player props. Yes, for NBA, I think they're a little sharp. So I'm in their VIP program. It's one of the only books I'm not limited on, and I try to find value there. So sometimes I weight them as a sharp book, but then I'm not going to find as much value on DK. So I like finding DK value compared to some of the other books. So yeah, by far it's my most successful book. I'm not sure why, but it's above and beyond better than any other book. Hey Louisville, yeah, we talked about the up to with the limited amount of games today and EV stuff that's going to pop up. We'll talk through that as well. I'm just going through. So I should have started, but I'm a pitcher prop specialist in baseball. So I bet anything and I play plus EV to start, but I'm not a pure volume guy anymore. I don't try to get 100 bets down a day. I like to start with a EV pop and then research the market line moves and some other stuff that I'm walking through here to see if I think it's a good bet or not. And then I either take it, play it for my VIP, or just play for a little bit and watch it. So location kind of getting better recently. That's not really encouraging. He doesn't have a ton of starts either to walk through. It's wild that ChatGPT is expecting 5 to 5.3. Shaded heavily towards the over. This is for me, this is kind of conflicting reads. It's only saying $21 bet. I think I'm just going to watch this and see what it does because it's already gone. Great. I don't really want to take that. So we'll move on from Scherzer. I don't know much about tennis, but I know value here. Nobody's going the wrong way, and everybody else is just holding this flat. I know Nakashima's decent. I mean, so is Shelton. So since I don't know anything about tennis, I just take solid EV. If it's usually 5 or better, I'm taking it on tennis, but we're close enough. It's a light day. I'm just going to take this. It's $20. It's 0.4 units for me. It's not a lot. Put my yours on CLV in Miami. Someone took it. Oh yeah. I don't care that someone took Scherzer over. It could happen. I wouldn't bank on it. If I was a betting man, I don't. Maybe I am. Man, we have a weak EV slate this morning. So in case anybody missed it, I do start with 2 minimum sharp books. I think you're going to get safer plays that way, but I'm very open to going down to 1 after because I do research and I don't just blindly bet them. So we have Ellie going under on Kelshi popping, which Davis Martin is pitching. Davis Martin popped as a under 4.5 strikeouts at plus 114 on Novig this morning. I did take that for a full unit. So if you can find that in the market, I'd highly recommend that one. He is not a strikeout pitcher. His stuff has gotten worse throughout the year. He was kind of striking out way more than normal early in the year, and I think that's still kind of propping his lines up. I don't have that book. Not a lot of data out here for Ellie, but let's just take a look at what's going on with him lately. Again, I don't bet batter props a ton, but if something's popping as a big value, then I will look at it. 0-3 versus Davis Martin. 6 for 37 this month. He is not hitting well, but it's hits, runs, and RBIs, which I don't like taking unders on. we're going to check it. They're projected for 5 runs, so he's probably going to be decent value to go over. Yeah, so he's minus 140 to go over that, plus 114. Nope, that's not something I'm going to be touching. Sonia, let's see what Novig's at. Plus 130, plus 153. FanDuel plus 116, DraftKings plus 120. Almost everybody's plus 115, 120 that I trust. It's just the exchanges are up a little bit. So when all 3 exchanges are up, I'm thinking some sharps are trying to get money down over there. So might not be as good of a bet as my tool is telling me. I don't know if it's an 8% EV bet, but the rest of the market is down here. So instead of going recommended bet, I'm just going to scale that back a little bit because it's still value to the market. There's only 40 available, and I would go at 0.7 units on this, which is $35 to me. And then I have OCD and need to get this in multiples of 5. So I'm just going to go a little over 0.7 units to grab that. I like to get it in multiples of 25 too for no good reason, but that's a decent play for me. Again, I don't watch or follow WNBA. I just look for value here, and I've been decently successful this season. I can check after if anybody's interested, but Novig plus 115, Hard Rock very weak book at plus 120, DraftKings. I mean, this is a pretty solid value from the books that I trust and check, and somebody with just a tiny bit of liquidity left. Let me see if this is. Nika drops down to 140. So I mean, what you can do on these, I mean, I'm only going to get $1, but it's saying to bet 35, so I'll put 35. I don't know if anybody will take it. I'm going to fill buck, and the rest will be resting, and we'll see what happens there. But I don't care about the bet tracker too much. I don't follow it or track it. I just do it to make sure something doesn't pop again. I track everything and pick it. Just got courtside yesterday, which mirrors DraftKings odds for the most part. So I'd much rather play this on DraftKings just to get more volume down there. But 34-cent difference to FanDuel, which is nice, better than Novig as well. I'll see Profit X on there saying 31. I'll probably just go a half unit, a little less than that. Okay, get that one out of here. Yeah. All right, another baseball one. Let's look at Abbott. Under 15.5 outs. So projected a little above 15. So again, I'm going to go to Fangraphs. See how he's pitching from an advanced stats metrics. I'm going to go to ESPN. Look at his game log real quick. 6.46, So he's pitching deep into games. Not pitching particularly well. Red Sox. So 30 at bats is a very small sample size. I don't tend to trust this too much until it gets to 50 plus. If you're at the 100 range, then I really think it's more realistic. But I mean, they've hit him hard in the early starts. Much worse at home than away. He's been pretty good on the road, and he is on the road today. Just more interesting than anything. Let's see. I like to check how the White Sox are against lefties because he's a left-handed pitcher. So they hit 235. They were very bad last year against lefties, but they're much better this year. 9th best. Oh, I don't know what that was filtered on, but they're middle of the pack. Actually, not that good against lefties, so that's interesting. Let's see how he's doing. Some regression coming in the ERA department. He's getting a little lucky on balls in play. This is saying it should be a little higher in his career. He's right in line with his career. Hasn't left many on base. He's inducing more ground balls this year. So it's only asking for 0.7 units here. I think this is worth taking a shot on. It's not a smash play for me. If this was a smash play, then I would be going, full unit or more, especially at plus odds. But 35.7 units on this. I like it. He's been overperforming this a lot, and the projection's right at 5 innings. So we'll give it a shot and see if the White Sox can hit him early on. The Fried under outs against the Mariners. The Mariners are diaper gravy right now. They're so bad. Okay, 234 average across 77 at bats. He's pitched well against them. And Victor Robles is carrying that with more than 1/3 of those at bats. I think Seattle's they're the worst in the league against lefties. So I'm just going to take this and do some Fried research. I'm not playing the under on that. I don't think there's any signals that he's going back down in pitch count after coming off the DL and being stretched back out to 90. But I would like to see what his strikeout line looks like right now. Five and a half. Ooh. So decent value on MGM right now for over 5.5. 5.7 on Ballpark Pal. Let's see what the distribution looks like. Highest chance at 5, but 6 a little more than 4, 7 way more than 3. So this is skewing to the right. It's skewing to the over, which I like. This is going to be a small sample size with his stuff because of this year. But he's actually due to have a better ERA. And he's pitching well. His stuff plus, very consistent, above average stuff. Location slightly above average. So this isn't a huge value play. So if it was, I'd be looking at, maybe to win 1 unit. Just see how Mariners are doing in strikeouts. We know they're terrible batting average, worse in the league. 327 strikeouts across 1209, 27%. I'm looking for above 25% for a strikeout over. 27 is pretty solid. So I'm going to play this. He's had, since he's been back, 7.4, 7.7. I'm going to go to win 1 unit here. I like Fried. I think I've hit him on 2 of these overs already. I don't play him every time, but that's something I would play for VIP. Seattle is just so bad. They're just not a good team right now. Cal Raleigh can't do anything. I just think Fried should go 6+ innings, and getting 6 strikeouts shouldn't be too hard for him against a lineup that cannot hit lefties. So we'll just clear that out of there because I don't want to play an under now. All right, I don't love any of these. Let's pause real quick and go to up 2s. I can talk through how I've done this. I wish I could filter this and pick it and see how I've done. It's just anecdotal right now, but I share these all the time in my Discord, and I'm pretty sure I'm hitting like 70-75% rate right now, which I don't think is like groundbreaking because it's a cheat code just to be able to go up 2. So 2 things you look for right away: a high total, So there's a lot of runs and maybe a back and forth game, and you want a road dog if possible. They bat first. They're going to get 9 at-bats, 9 innings of batting versus a home team who's only getting 8 if they're winning. So there's distinct advantages for road dogs. So not a great option with this low total. Tyler Phillips has been decent. I like supporting Ashcraft, but we'll look at that after. Guardians got Messick on the mound. Kiter's been okay. Ground ball pitcher, doesn't give up a lot of home runs. Mariners are projected to win. Gross. Reds, I don't think the Reds are favorites. So first, let's just see if there's road dogs. Oh, Reds are dogs with Abbott on the mound against Davis Martin, who I'm already fading. So that's an interesting one. I'm probably going to end up taking that. Let's see, Phillies, best odds on DK. Put that up 2, which I like. Ooh, it's against Taj, though. Don't love that. You got DeGrom and Urena. That should be a low-scoring game. All right, well, this is going to be easy today for DraftKings. I'm not going to force the FanDuel ones, but I'm going to go Reds. Let me just check one more sim to see. We're looking, yeah, very different over on Sportsline. Reds not been good lately. Nats swept them. They are not scoring a lot. Let's just look at Davis Martin again. I like his under for strikeouts because he's not a big strikeout guy. I mean, he's not pitching that well. 4.5 expected ERA. Much better at home. Hasn't faced the Reds enough to make a difference here. Just got absolutely rocked by Red Sox, Yankees, and the Astros. One good start. Red Sox hit it, man. See, when you look at these recent trends, a lot of people will say, like, well, he's been rocked 4 out of his last 5 starts. But Yankees aren't that good right now. Astros have a decent hitting lineup, but facing the Red Sox twice basically jumped his ERA from 3 to 4 in a month. Clearly, Yankees have his number. Overanalyzing this a bit just because there's 9 games on the slate and not a lot of road dogs. Reds is definitely my top option now. Who's mine on the Marlins with plus money against a Pirate team that isn't hitting? I mean, we can look at that. It's just the over-unders. Oh, this is projected so much different between these 2 sites. Pirates have had 2, 0, 1, 9, 4, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, they are not hitting. Marlins are hitting a little better. Let's see what we're looking at here. But fading Ashcraft, I don't, especially at home or on the road, playing the home team. Ashcraft is solid. I like him a lot as a pitcher. I bet on his overs a ton. So I don't blame the bet, but I also want a higher total. I mean, if we look at just the totals on the board, 7.5, one of the lowest ones. Like, I would like 8.5 as a minimum. Like, I do like Phillies without, the Taj Bradley effect. You can kind of look at him and see how he's done against Philly and done recently, but he's been very sharp this year. When you're only giving up 2 runs early, that's basically saying the relievers need to give up a bunch of runs late, or you're just hoping the money line wins. I'm really trying to identify something that wins before. Max is 25. Yeah, I get that. My max is 2 units, so I really try to find a smash play that's going to give me the most value, because I try to max it out every time. Like yesterday, I took the Rockies for 1.5 units because I was a little worried because it's the Rockies. Like I live in Denver, and they ended up winning the game. So kicked myself for not going 2 full units there. And he's great at home. I'm not gonna touch that one. So I think this is just pointing me back to the Reds. I don't trust the Mariners enough to be that daring. Somebody say Foster and CLV. What do you mean by Foster and CLV? I think Foster Griffin's pitching today. And I mean, you can go with a light favorite as well if you want to play it safe. Like if we wanted to say, you know what, we like Taj Bradley today and think Nola's gonna get rocked because Nola has not been good at all. Like that actually might be a decent play. 2 up Cleveland. Oh, Parker Messick is pitching. Yeah, that's not a bad one either. They win last night. They did. Decent amount of runs scored recently. Detroit has been a lot better lately, but against the Athletics, Mariners. What are we going to do here? I think I'm going to go in my gut here. It's close to best odds on DK on the Reds. Yeah, let's just see what the Reds did yesterday. Didn't score a single run. Oh yeah, Castillo went off. I played Castillo's under strikeouts, and that didn't work out very well for me. He doubled it. God, now that I look at it, I don't love how the Reds are playing right now in that offense. I see why they gave us an up 2 today. I think I'm now leaning towards the Twins at home and just going against what my normal process is because of the normal slate. I guess the other one is Cubs and Nats, highest projected total on the slate. I love Cade Cavalli. Let's just look into Cade while we're here because I hit his strikeout over pretty much every single time he's out there, unless it's a really bad matchup. And I've been doing a lot of ladders on him because he's just undervalued. So they haven't projected at 6. He's at 10K per 9 right now, which is pretty elite. Let's look at his game log real quick and see how he's been trending recently. When you see a lot of triple digits like this, the guy's pitching well. Again, I'm just throwing that in there, let ChatGPT work a little bit. Yeah, definitely a lower volume play of plays overall today. So Cade, 5 against the Yankees, 9, 8, 3 against Toronto. They don't strike out much at all. Braves are a good hitting team. 3, 8 against the Reds, who strike out a ton. 13. Cubs, small sample size, 5 out of 14. That's not enough. It's not meaningful enough for me. A little worse at home, but strikes out more than 9 Ks per 9. Let's look at Cubs. So they're at 441 out of 1837, 24%. Not a great strikeout percentage. Nats are dogs at home. with Gaussman on the mound. Plus 5.5. Whew. I might end up throwing a little bit on this. I would just note over 5.5. No, I'm just going to do this right now. Like I said, I can't get off of him. He's been a little up and down. And it's kind of been every other. The Cubs been striking out a lot. They're bottom 10 in the league. Fastball. Problem is his fastball. It's not doing great. Splitter is losing dominance. Yeah. Just because I'm obsessed with him, I'm just going to put a half a unit on him. But I would say it's probably not the strongest read I have. Obviously, I would go more if I thought it was a stronger read, but I can't get away from him, and I'm going to play it. Yeah, that I kind of like the Nats read too. I don't like Gaussman. I don't think Gaussman's that good. I mean, he's kind of right in line with career averages. His stuff has declined big time, but his location is still really solid. So he can locate pitches. That's going to reduce walks, strikeouts kind of remain flat. It's just about the Nats bats and how they're going to be hitting. But they've got 6, 6, 7, 8, 5, 3, 10. I mean, they're hitting pretty well. Yeah, I think that's the play. I mean, it's the high total that we're looking for. They're at home. Let's see what their home record is. Usually, rule of thumb, if I'm going this hard, looking this hard at one bet and cannot find a side, I'm usually skipping it. But I'm not going to not use the up to token. So we're going to figure out how to use it here, but I usually make this decision in like 3 to 5 minutes. Elaborating a little bit more just because we're on here and trying to share the process, but they've been so bad at home. Like, why? Nothing is what I love here. I might have to just put it down and come back to it, but I would say Nats are number one for me. Reds are still number two, even though how bad they've been. I just want to fade Davis Martin today. We can also look who's projected to give up the most runs, and that is Davis Martin. Gaussman is second, so we're right in line of the thinking. Drohan's been pretty good, but it's the Dodgers. Like, they've been awful, but they got to bounce back at some point. Scherzer and the Red Sox, but they're probably super juiced with how they're playing. Yeah, 150. If you want a very safe play and you can do a 2+ unit bet, Red Sox are very solid. I would love playing against Scherzer. And I'm not opposed to it on my FanDuel since I have 4 tokens to use for the year. I might end up doing that. Just feels like a home run. And then, you'd stay away from these teams. That doesn't take a rocket scientist to not go against DeGrom. Messick, same thing. We have Montero. Let's look at Montero because I like the Cleveland pick. You're talking about Daniel. You played it. I think Louisville, you played that too. That's a solid read too. I think Ballpark Pal had it as a low projected total. This does too. We got experts taking Detroit and under. Doesn't bode super well for it, but I mean, there have been runs scored on both of these sides recently. Yeah, he's been pitching decent though this year. see if he's got history against the Guardians. He's been pretty good against the Guardians, so yeah. I don't disagree with the read. I think Cleveland's playing well, but so is Detroit. And I like the under in that game after seeing all of this. So I would pass on that. If you want to get risky, Fried sets up as Yankees have to win this. Mariners are terrible. Fried's been great. It seems so obvious that the Mariners could have one good game. That won't be me, but I wouldn't blame you if you did that. Let's see Scherzer against the Red Sox. And keep in mind, Scherzer's been around for 1,000 years. So he's typically has great batter versus pitcher stats against most teams because he was dominant for so long. He does not against the Red Sox. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is on the FanDuel one. So if you have rewards program and you could pick 5 or 4 for the week with a high max like I did, I tend to keep these 2+ money, like I said, but I have an early win token from today as well. So I'm going 2 units on that one. And then I'm going to do it again with the other one I have for today only, because this is probably 25 max. Yeah, that's a half unit for me. I don't like a bunch of other games, and I already have to use one on DraftKings, so I'm just going to add to this since it's minus 150. So now I have 2.5 units on the Red Sox to just win that game. I don't even care about the up 2. Like with Tole on the mound, he's solid. So lock that one in. And then, like I said, I'll probably end up going Nationals behind my man Cade because I don't love Gaussman, and that's a high total. I'll consider Twins a little bit. I got to look into those matchups, and I got to get off in about 5 minutes here. So let me just pause quick. Are there any different questions from those in here? I appreciate all you guys jumping in here, chatting. Let me know if there's anything you want me to look at or talk through. I can bounce back to Smart Stake really quick. Reds team total under 3.5 popping. Great. Not going to take that, thinking that Martin's going to get blasted. We already took this one. We got a little tennis. Let me go back to 2 sharps to see what the good plays are. Scherzer, man, somebody on Novik really wants action here. That's not going to be me. But if you want to fade, you want to be contrarian, it's a play for you. Illican. Yeah, both exchanges have this at plus odds. That, again, that's just telling me that sharps are trying to beat the other books, and it's going up too. So it's going the wrong way. I won't be touching that one. There's not much out there today. I'll be doing this every Thursday morning. Yeah, I do this every morning, but it's a grind. I have 2 kids, just started a new job last week. Sorry that my channel has been a little slow. I'm trying to get that up there, but it's a very demanding job, and I'm competitive in everything I do. So I'm trying to be really good at the job early on. Had a football season. NFL is my main sport. Had a lot of success, about 100 units a year. I'll share that all ahead of NFL and share many plays when NFL comes, and you don't have to do this every single day and research a new slate, but really appreciate you all joining. Hit me up on my channel at any time. If people are chatting in there, I will be more active, but without those, thank you, Mr. Williams. It's the job I wanted and needed right now. So I'm very happy to be in it. It's data analytic heavy, doing a lot of AI dashboard work, planning and fulfillment director for a very fast company supporting data centers. Prompt am I using with ChatGPT? So I just worked it a little bit and said, I want you to analyze stuff plus, location plus, and pitching plus metrics and see how it's trending over time with the main theme of, second half of the year, older pitchers wear down. Some normal pitchers who get a lot of volume early can wear down, and some pitchers get stronger in the second half of the year. So the prompt is really just like, how are those three metrics trending, and can we glean anything from it? And then it'll kind of look at, batter versus pitcher matchups, all the stuff that I just walk through. I am trying to train AI to do. So I just got Claude. I'm going to start building the project in which I go through this, but I have to like copy and paste ballpark pal data every single day. Fan graphs. I'm not good with like the API and front end of data, so I got to figure out how to get a download and just give it to AI every day. So with how busy my life is, I have a 4-year-old, a 1-year-old. End up betting at night, but EV isn't the same. And look ahead lines can be risky. I've been decent with it, but if I can figure out how to use this great data, I agree, Mr. Williams, like it's going to run the world very, very soon. It already kind of is. So if you're not getting on it now, you're going to be behind. All right, Al. Thank you again. Appreciate you joining. I'll track all of these and see how they do. I hope we get some good bets today. I like some of the reads. Yeah, hit me up if you see anything else, and if and when I play that DraftKings up to promo, I'll throw it in my channel just to see where I ended. But good luck, everybody. Let's have a day. It's a small slate. Don't force things. Just as a reminder, just because it's a small slate doesn't mean you need to get a bunch of bets out there. Tomorrow's a new day and a full slate. So we'll get after it. See y'all.